Customer client fill. Okay, good. Nice. I like it. We're going over one good thing about your business. One good thing. Alex.
Yeah. Added a new buyer to the hot list.
Added a buyer to the hot list. Ooh, I like it. Where'd he come from? She come from?
He's actually someone that Jason was working with. And then he asked me to help him out, and then he couldn't help me anymore. So I just got him, and then he changed his whole criteria after I spoke to him.
Okay, nice. But he's on the hot list, and he's
on the hot list.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I like it. Good. Miriam, one good thing. Miriam, one good thing.
Nothing. Yesterday, I talked to the agent, and they said we can allow the other agent from other company hosting an open house for us.
So they can?
They cannot.
That's a good thing?
No.
Okay, good thing.
Nothing.
Yes, there is. Good thing. I'm coming back to you. One good thing. All right, Charla, one good thing.
That one is the best thing.
What'd you say?
I said that one is the best thing.
No, it's not the best thing. One good thing. I'm coming back to you. One good thing. Charla, one good thing about your business.
Oh, I'm still learning a lot. So,
okay.
I would say, really being a part of the community and helping the community, make themselves at home.
How's that?
Just by the work we do, by selling homes and getting people into.
Okay, feeling good about what you do.
Yeah.
I'll take it. One good thing about your business, Gigi.
So I just started last week, so I'm kind of new to the area. I guess I started training, and so that's fun.
That's it. One good thing. I like it. You started, and you're getting going. Mauricio, one good thing.
Morning. One good thing is that my social media marketing is ramping up, and I'm starting to see some results of leads and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. I like it. Like, isn't it funny that we struggle to find one good thing? Miriam, one good thing.
Oh, helping my husband. He gets so busy, so I try to help him at least.
Okay, there we go. I'm helping my husband, helping him moving forward. That's a great thing. Look, the little things. We got to count to get to the big things. We got to appreciate the little things, guys. Okay, that's why this is important. Okay, because we're our own worst critic. Okay, so these little wins are important. They're important just for us to take a minute off of it. Okay. Very, very important. Christopher, one good thing. Give it to me.
I hired my ISA yesterday.
Ooh, okay. There we go.
Yeah,
one good thing.
so
I like it.
amazing.
So Christopher's new to the market center. Mauricio, are you an individual agent or are you on a team?
Individual agent.
Okay, gotcha. You're new to the market center?
Actually, I've been in the market center for about a year. So this is the first time that I'm.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So new to Power Hour. Welcome. Gigi, individual agent or team?
Individual agent.
Okay, but new to the market center. You said you're new to business, right?
Yes.
All right. Charla, you're Miles Group, right?
I am. I'm the new ISA at the Miles Group.
Okay, awesome. You and I will be talking a lot because I consult the Miles Group directly. So good. All right, awesome. Cool. Okay, today we have creating conversation, or yesterday was creating conversations. Today, carrying conversations, keeping them going. Keeping conversations going. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys something here, and then maybe we'll just do a little exercise just to get the synapses and neurons and whatever else is up in the old noggin there flowing so that we can have constructive conversation on carrying conversations. Because look, David, regardless of who I'm talking to, somebody from an open house, somebody from an internet lead, a referral, my ability to create the conversation, to carry the conversation, to keep it going. That's what we're focused on. And we also focus on closing conversations for Real Sales Talk, because that's what this forum is, Real Sales Talk, our ability to create, carry, and close conversations. Because look, we get paid by what we say. And regardless of where a lead comes from, we have to have better conversations because we all know real estate's about relationships. Everybody do this. Okay. Real estate's about relationships. And because real estate's about relationships, and we know the conversation is the relationship, all good relationships, David, are rooted in how good the conversation is. So how good is our conversation? That's what we're focused on at Real Sales Talk. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you on the playbook, and just for some exercise, we're going to get this going and then we'll have some fun and see which direction it goes. But just to get our brain moving here a little bit on carrying conversations is, wait, I already shared. Okay, am I sharing? What am I sharing? Can you guys see the playbook?
Yep. Yes.
You can. Okay. All right. Let's see here. And if you don't have a playbook, you can email me TheRealSalesTalk@gmail.com and I'll send you a copy of the playbook. We're going to do, let's work with buyer trial closes. Where is that? Christian, 76, page 76.
76.
Okay. Okay. Trial closes. When do I use trial closes, Christian?
To check for, well, if the conversation is already dying or it's getting weird and you want to go back to the conversation, you want to heat it up.
Yep. So the conversation's dying. I'm at the open house and you're vibing that they're not into you. They're not into the conversation. It's falling apart. Trial close. Now, what does a trial close actually do? A trial close is giving you an indication that there may be an opportunity, because that's what I'm always looking for. I'm always looking for opportunity. Is there an opportunity in this conversation for us to keep going? Because you're having conversations and some of these people you're closing and there's no reason to close them. They're not interested in doing business with you, or they're not really serious about doing business. Trial closes helps create, explore opportunity, possibility. It creates an opportunity to explore possibility. Okay, that's where a trial close could also be used. One place, conversation starts falling apart, and I say, "Hey, Ellen, if there was a financial advantage to buy now versus waiting, I mean, would that be something I could share with you?" And she goes, "Well, yeah." If there was some new information about off-market properties, you mind if I gave that to you? If there's a way for us to pay your closing costs or have your closing costs paid for and save you several $1,000s, would you mind if I shared that with you? It just pokes them on seeing if there's a possibility. Okay, if there's opportunity, possibility of an opportunity, possibility of an opportunity. Okay, trial close could also be used, Ellen, when I'm going through the conversation and I'm using that to close them, to set them up for the close. So we've talked about situation, we've talked about motivation. Diego, you remember why I'm doing this? Why am I doing this?
You're pre-qualifying.
No.
Seeing where they're at.
Why am I doing this? Alex, why am I doing this?
3 deep for situation and motivation.
Right, because you ain't closing nobody, Diego, until you've gone 3 deep on situation, 3 deep on motivation. What are those questions? Well, they're in the scripts. And I've labeled them literally on most of the playbook scripts: situation, motivation. What are those questions that you're going deep on? Because you're trying to close and you ain't found out what's really going on situation, what's really going on motivation. Christopher, I want to template and create a duplicatable process in regards to what my team does in regards to having great conversations. This is part of that equation where we go, look, situation, gotta have it. Motivation, gotta have it. All kinds of other questions in there, but don't even think about closing. You ain't gone 3 deep. That's the minimum standard, right, Christopher? That's the minimum standard for my team. You got to go 3 questions deep situation. You got to go questions 3 deep motivation, David. You're at that open house and you're trying to set an appointment and they're not qualified. They're not motivated. You spend all that time, you get to the appointment and you're like, what am I even doing here? You want to have better conversations, right? We don't get paid by the hour, do we?
No.
Okay, so if I'm going to carry a good conversation, I got to be able to make sure that I'm having better conversations. So situation, motivation, then I'm trial closing. Okay. And the other place that I use it is the conversation's falling apart and I shoot out a trial close to see if I can interject any possibility of opportunity. I'm having a great conversation, situation, motivation, and then I use a trial close to set up my close. Okay, questions, comments, concerns? Cool. Okay. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just shoot out an objection, whatever that objection is, and then just use one of those trial closes under waiting or opportunity. And just so that we can hear each other use them, so that you can get them in your mind through listening, so that you can get them in your mind and internalize them through speaking. Okay, waiting and opportunity, just use it. So it goes something like this. Alex, look, I'm not doing anything right now.
Hey, Paul, what are you saying? He's not doing anything right now. I completely understand. You maybe want to wait until the market goes up. Hey, if you see the perfect home for you and it's a great deal, you're going to consider it, right?
All right, great. So make sure that you guys are repeating and approving. Repeating the objection, approving it. Good, great, fantastic. I appreciate that. I understand that. I respect that. Now the approving, I want you guys who haven't played before to listen to the approving. Listen to the approving, because the approving's the art, David. It's that empathetic response. Hey, I appreciate, oh, you're not doing anything right now. I appreciate that. There's a lot going on right now. It's just the beginning of the year. It's tax season. You mentioned your busy schedule with your kids in sports and school. Repeat, approve, and then ask a question. That's the move. Repeat, approve, move. Repeat the objection, approve the objection, and then move to any one of these questions here, just like Alex just did. Listen carefully. Christian, look, I'm not doing anything right now.
Oh, so you're not doing anything right now, Paul?
No.
Totally get where you're coming from. It's just the couple of months from the start of the year. So I get you want to make sure that all of your ducks are aligned before you make any kind of decision. Well, Paul, if there is a financial advantage to buy now versus waiting, could we share that with you?
I love it. I love it. Great job. Listen to those approvals. Listen to them. Dominic, look, I'm not doing anything right now.
You're not doing anything right now, Paul?
Nope.
Hey, look, I can completely understand you wanting to be smart with you and your money. And Paul, if there is a financial advantage to buy now versus waiting, could I share that with you?
I love it. I love it. You hear that these are all different types of approvals, okay? Because on the RAM method, repeat, approve, move, I'm repeating the objection so they can feel heard. I'm approving the objection. I'm saying approve just because it's easier to say, but repeat, approve. It could be approval, Chris. It could be an acknowledgement. I respect that. I appreciate that. I understand that, because you don't always want to approve. It's not always great. Hey, I'm going to go with another realtor. Oh, you're going to go with another realtor? Great. No, that's not great. Oh, you're going to go with another realtor. Hey, look, I can respect making sure that you get a good opinion and you're going with somebody that you trust. I understand that. And then I'm moving on to a good question. Okay. So those approvals are the secret sauce. Okay. So we're practicing listening to the approvals using good questions. Today's topic is carrying the conversation. Look, Ellen, I'm not doing anything right now.
Okay, Paul, I hear you. You are not doing anything right now. Okay, I totally understand. I'm sure it's tax season and you are busy with doing your taxes. If I have off-market properties that I can share with you and you take advantage of it, do you mind if I share that with you?
I like it. I like it. Diego, look, I'm not doing anything right now.
Paul, you're not doing anything right now. I totally understand. There's a lot going on this time of year with taxes coming up. If there was a way to have your closing costs paid for, would you mind if I shared that with you?
I like it. I like it, Miriam. I'm not doing anything right now.
You don't do anything right now, Paul?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I completely understand. It's a lot of money you want to spend, and it's just the new year, so we don't know about the market, which I understand it. So let me say, if there is some information about off market, would you like to I share it with you?
Okay, I like it. I like it. Christopher Smith, look, I'm not doing anything right now.
Pauly, what I'm hearing is you're not doing anything right now. I completely understand that. With all of the stuff that's out there that we're seeing, I mean, it's a pretty scary market for some. But if I could find a property that met all of your needs and we could get it for a really good price, would you move forward?
I love it. Great job. David San Miguel, look, I'm not doing anything right now.
Hey, Pauly, man, I certainly understand you're not wanting to move right now. But if you felt absolutely confident you could buy now, would you?
Okay, what'd he miss? Maybe not. Probably understand right now. Yeah, no, I think he armed it though versus rammed it. Okay. You armed it. Okay. I understand you're not doing anything right now. I can appreciate that. Now, look, David, the only reason that I differentiate that, especially for newbies like you, is that I cognitively, consciously want people that are learning this method to understand that there is a difference. Okay. And typically amiables love to use the I understand, I appreciate, I respect, good, great, fantastic first, because they want to associate and they want people to feel comfortable. So they use those words first, but there is a difference, right? Repeating specifically so that they feel heard and they know that you're listening. And then the approval and the acknowledgement is, I understand, I appreciate, good, great, fantastic, wonderful. I might feel the same way if I were you, whatever the approval is, the acknowledgement is, but they are two very separate things. Okay. Because sometimes people just need to feel heard.
Okay.
At a higher level. Sometimes they just need to feel felt. That empathetic response, right? Like you get them. Feeling understood and feeling heard can be two different things. Okay. But oh, what just happened? How did this just move? 86. Sorry, guys. Okay.
76.
96?
76, Paul.
76. Thank you. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Technical difficulties. Okay. Mauricio, look, I'm not doing anything right now.
I'm so sorry, coach. I'm in the middle of dropping off my son at daycare.
Okay, Gigi. All right, we're moving on. Gigi, look, I'm not doing anything right now.
Can I skip for today?
Yep, you can skip for today. Charlotte, I'm not doing anything right now.
So I hear that you're not doing anything right now. Hey, I totally understand that, and I respect your time. If we could share strategies on how to exactly, oh, you scrolled up. I was reading the script.
You can't see it?
Well, here, if you felt absolutely confident you could by now, would you?
Okay, perfect. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, you know what? I was reminded now, because we're coming back into this after family reunion, is that you guys don't have to participate, but if you are participating, you're going to put your cameras on. I'll remind you guys when we do that in the future here again. Okay, comments, questions, concerns about trial closes or repeating and approving. Thoughts, comments.
It's not as easy as it looks.
Not as easy as it looks.
It takes a lot of practice.
Yeah. And you know what, Christopher, too, like there's little intricacies and nuances in regards to making sure that I do it at a higher level, right? Because someone could have a feeling or a delusion or a thought that's not completely in alignment with moving forward, even though they want to move forward. And I got to be real careful, because my language really needs to be positive and progressive at all times. For instance, using a small word like but, right? But's a negator. Right? Hey, Christopher, you're a great realtor, but, right? Hey, Elam, I really like you, but, okay. So I really want to move away from any negative words or negative reinforcers. I think, Christian, we were talking about that the other day, right? Negative reinforcers, but
Yep.
All my language being positive and progressive, David. Okay. Now that's such a small little thing, but it's a big thing also. Hear it? Okay. That works there. And how do you remove but from your language? Just don't say it. Or use another word like and. Not another word like however. However is but's cousin. Okay. Because think now back to the topic, carrying conversations. Every inch counts when I'm talking to a prospect and I haven't earned their trust yet. Now, it's so nice with referrals, because referrals trust is built in at a much higher level, isn't it?
Yes.
Everybody do this. Okay. And yet, isn't there still some resistance or objections that I may get even talking to a referral? Everybody do this. Okay. Anybody ever get a referral and then not land the referral?
Yes.
Okay. So it all counts. That's the point. It all counts. Right? My ability to be more intentional, more aware with my conversation. Look, we get paid by what we say, regardless of whether it's a prospect that we know or we don't know. My ability to be more intentional about connecting with people, Alex. Okay. Carrying conversations. That's what we're talking about today. Carrying conversations. Okay. Open floor on carrying conversations, mindset, strategy, or skills around things that you'd want to talk about, situations, a specific scenario where you failed to carry a conversation, certain parts of carrying a conversation you're uncomfortable with. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, I've got something.
Okay, who's that?
Christian, go for it.
Well, I was going to say that for our coaching, Paul, I like the advice that you gave to choose at least one or two that you can use. Generally, can depend on with regards to trial closes.
Trial closes, okay.
Yeah, just so that you know that you can depend on them if the conversation just really is in a weird spot and you want to make sure that you're going to go back to the script. So I've as we've been doing coaching, I've actually just made sure that I have one or two that I can rely on.
Yeah, I love that, Chris. So Christian's my ISA, one of my ISAs, right? And let's simplify this. Because look, here's the thing. David, you've been licensed maybe what, 6 months, a year? How long have you been licensed?
6-8 months or so.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You already have a script right now you're using every time you talk to somebody at an open house, or every time somebody introduces you to somebody and you start talking about real estate, you already have a script you're already using. The thing is, how efficient is it really? We don't know. We don't really know.
Obviously not very good, because I'm here with you trying to learn.
Right.
What am I doing wrong?
Right. And what can I do right?
Yes, sir.
Right. What can I do right so that I can have more efficient, more effective conversations? Christian's talking about, okay, let's simplify this. And how about if I had one or two good trial closes that helped me when a conversation started breaking down, and I could really, it's a hook. It's bringing them back into the conversation. Conversation starts falling apart. I'm at the open house. I'm talking to the prospect and I go, hey, what are your thoughts around off-market properties? And they go, huh? Okay, well, look, the goal of the conversation is to keep exchanging. It's like ping pong, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. But you got to make them hit it, right? So how do I make them hit it? I ask a good question. So what do you think about off-market properties? Christian, what are your two? What are your go-tos?
That's one, actually, number 5. I always use that just to give them that, like, spark their curiosity about what off-market properties are. Because not a lot of people know them. So that's just one thing. And another one is just to check in about waiting. So the number 1, it's 1 and 5 that I always use.
Okay, yeah. Hey, if you saw the perfect home and it's a great deal, I mean, you consider it, wouldn't you? Great question. I was going to say something in a new market. Oh, off-market properties. Look, even for if you're not super aggressive like my team is, where we're actually aggressively pursuing off-market properties on several fronts, you could easily say that if you're doing your job on, how about joining real Facebook groups? I mean, there's probably 6 to 8 different Facebook groups that I go look for off-market properties on when I have a buyer and we're not finding what we're looking for. That's a pretty easy one. You don't have to be a cold call machine like my team. You can do your job. KW1, KW Collective, KW Austin Family, Austin Off-Market Properties, Austin Investors. Like, get out there and that's networking you can do. Diego, does it make sense? On you being able to say, hey, what are your thoughts around off-market properties? Well, one of the things that I do, and it's just a little spliff on you sharing a little bit to get to the appointment. Don't overshare. Don't overshare, because you're not, look, the goal is not for you to solidify credibility or to attract them right there on the call. Your goal is to get to the appointment, because the appointment's where you can create the real conversation, which is find out what's going on with them, talk about the market, pre-qualify them, and see if you can get them on the track to servicing them. Who else had a question besides Christian? Somebody else was talking before that.
I do have a question, Coach.
Okay, Mauricio.
So when circle prospecting, right, I'm trying to get their emails to set them up on a market report, campaign. So, it can be on top of mind every time if they're not ready at the time. But I'm having a hard time getting their email every time I say, hey, I would like to set you up with the market. I don't think it's as smooth as it should be.
Yeah.
So I'm not having a lot of success with getting their emails.
Okay, so
do you have any?
Yeah. Yep. Have I done this? Because there's two types of people that we take emails for. Qualified leads and unqualified leads. What's a qualified lead, Christian?
A qualified lead give you a time frame, and
Time
then
frame.
they would consider your services.
Will consider my services.
And they actually confirm their email address.
Confirm their email. Now, look, now that's not to say we won't take their email and put them on a campaign. It's just going to be a different campaign than a qualified lead. Qualified lead is going to be on a different follow-up plan and receive information in different increments of time frame versus an unqualified lead. Because look, data is the new gold, so you should be collecting as many emails as you can if they're willing. Okay. Now, if they're not motivated, Mauricio, then you may be talking to a lot of people that you just haven't had a good conversation with around what's going on with their situation, what's going on with their motivation. You circle prospect and you go, part of it could be your pitch, because look at the playbook, circle prospecting scripts and follow it. Because what happens is with people circle prospecting, here's the biggest mistake they make. And we do probably 20% of our business for circle prospecting. Okay. Because it's great market. It's great campaigning. It's great marketing. Okay. Is that you ask the question, and we like to ask it indirectly. Hey, who do you know who's been thinking about moving? Hey, what are your thoughts on moving this year? We'll get to what are your thoughts on, but we like to come at the angle of who do you know that's been thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, whether we're calling for a certain area because we have a hot buyer, whether we're circle prospecting around investors, non-owner occupieds, or whether we're circle prospecting for an open house, all of those things of which we do. By the way, I'm talking fast right now because I got to squeeze a lot in a short time frame. Okay. I don't always talk like this. So you're like, Jesus, this guy is freaking going so fast. I have to. I am trying to squeeze a lot in a short period of time. Okay, so you're circle prospecting, Mauricio, and you ask a good question around whatever it is that you're circle prospecting around, and then they say no, which they always do. Okay, great. Right. You still got to go 3 deep. Oh, so how long have you been in the neighborhood? Oh, where'd you move from? How'd you happen to choose the area? So if you could move, where would you go next? There it is. They go, no, not doing anything. So within that, I'm going to find out whether there's a possibility or not, whether they're a qualified lead or not. Because if they're not qualified, then what do we do, Christian? What's the question that we ask them?
If they're not qualified, well, maybe, is it going to be nurture?
Exactly. It's the nurture.
So it's we ask, maybe we can earn your business in the future. Sometime in the future. If they say yes, then that's when I will be asking for the email address.
Yeah, because many times they go, hey, maybe we can earn your business sometime in the future. And they're not thinking of any of you following up, that you're going to follow up with them. Or it's a very arm's length response when they go, well, yeah, it's fine. That's sure. Because they don't think you're going to follow up. Are you going to follow up? We're going to follow up. I don't know if you're going to follow up, but we're going to follow up. And it's a biannual call twice a year, and they're receiving emails. Okay. And they're on a drip campaign, and they're receiving, they may be receiving a listing alert or marketing report, depending on if they have a house or not. Okay. So we're very strategic about that.
Coach, but how do you get the email?
Oh, so what's the best email for us to send the information to? Don't ask for the email. Number one mistake. Don't ask. Ask what it is. Don't ask for appointments. Ask when it is. Hey, can I meet with you? No, you're a stranger. You're a salesperson. Hey, when's the best time for us to meet? Don't ask for the email. Hey, can I have your email? No. Hey, Mauricio, what's the best email address? We can send you that information. Now that question will easily be answered if you've had a good conversation around situation and there's rapport there. And they go, you know what? Yeah, I don't mind you staying in touch. I'm not doing anything right now, but you can stay in touch. Okay, great. What's the best email for us to stay in touch with? It's all in the playbook. Easy. But look, if they're not interested in sending you their email, fine. That's not a problem. I don't want to try to stay in touch with somebody who doesn't want to stay in touch with me, especially if they're not motivated. Your conversation's got to be better. What's the difference between pros and amateurs? Well, consistency, one, But for the people who are really operating at a high level, guys, what's going to separate you from everybody else is how good your conversations really are. That's what's going to separate you, not some fancy marketing piece, not some really cool logo, logo, emblem, right? Whatever. I can't think. Okay. We got time for one more. Question, comment, concern, ahas, takeaway. Creating conversations. We're talking about creating conversations today.
Yeah, I got you. Something that I think plays into what you were talking about was inflection. So like tone of voice and like how you're saying things. And I think David did that very well when we were all going around. It's just like sounding like you care. And that's something that you talk about. And just like you like really, really have to like care and like know that you're there to help them, because and I've noticed this too with like me talking about it, like on the phones, if I'm having like a rough morning or I'm tired and I start talking to somebody, like they will know like that if I'm not like, they'll know and they'll hang up on you, or they won't want to talk to you.
Yeah, I think the struggle is kind of turning a script into your own, right? And making it making it so that you're actually caring and wanting to get the information. The scripts are great to get to the information, but you have to actually want to hear the information and understand what they're doing.
Yeah. So a lot of, Christopher, we go through a lot of mindset with the team, because at the beginning, at the onset of somebody coming onto the team, they're actually not allowed to not follow the script. You must follow the script 100%. You're not allowed to think. Only because, look, you got to internalize this so that you can roam free with it.
I appreciate that.
So you're not, because if they start with freedom, discipline equals freedom. Freedom don't equal freedom. Discipline equals freedom. They start free, Christopher. You'll never get them to focus in and have construct, organization around the conversation. Very, very important. Extremely important. If you want efficiency and effectiveness, and you want any sort of duplicatable process that you can, creating a culture of strategy and of organization. You can do it without it. Plenty of teams I've coached that do without it. No problem. It can happen. It can happen. That's not the way we run the ship. And because here's the thing, the script should unleash you. They shouldn't confine you. They should unleash you. You should be asking lots of questions off of the questions. And you still should have strategy around how do you open the conversation and create it? How do you carry the conversation in spite of resistance? How do you close the conversation even though there's hesitant resistance? There needs to be real strategy around that. And your energy, let's go back to what Dominic was saying, and then we'll tie up, is that, look, your energy, David, if you feel like you're pitching or you're selling, but it's not look, the script's not the problem. People point to the script and they're like, oh, the script. It ain't the script. The script's not your problem. The problem is in your brain, you think you're selling. Okay, how do you solve that? Stop it. Stop being so goddamn salesy. Stop. Look, be comfortable with the fact that there's good questions on the script that you can ask to find out what can I help you? Now, all the mindset stuff that Christian we do, all the mindset stuff that we do, Dominic and Alex, all that mindset stuff that we're going to do, Charla, is about coming from a place of, look, what I bring to the table helps people and they need it. David, it's a necessity. No one can live without what we have. No one. It's needed. So if you can come from a position of pride and integrity in regards to what are we bringing? A human necessity. What are we offering? Opportunity, financial freedom. And look, I get it, but you got to understand not only who you are, you got to understand who they are. And who are we to them, Christian?
We're strangers.
Strangers. Who else are we to them, Alex?
Salesmen.
Salespeople. Yep. Right. So if I'm a salesperson and I'm a stranger, what'd Mama say about strangers, Diego?
Stay away.
Run away. Did you say run away? Maybe run away. Yeah.
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger, baby. Don't talk to him. Don't talk to him. So look, back to this. I'm gonna tie it up. Energy is real. Energy is contagious. And here's our problem. We're talking into that microphone on our phone, and that little tiny microphone's going through space, up into the moon and back over to their tower, and then through their little ear hole. And what happens to the quality of our sound? For God's sake, I have what I thought was the best service on the planet, and it still sounds like I'm talking on a freaking walkie-talkie. And you're like this. So look, David, over the phone, because you're going to have to call people whether you like it or not. You're going to have to call those open house leads. You don't cold call, fine. But you're still going to have to follow up with people. And you're not going to do all those following up in person. You're going to call them. Okay, so your intention to be able to to bring energy, Dominic, right? I'm tired. It's the beginning of the day. It's getting towards lunch. I've had a few phone calls. I haven't really been able to reach anybody. Your intention about your energy level. Look, if you talk normal's boring. Because of the lack of the technology, not lack of technology, but because of technology, the sound quality is not going to be that great. So you're talking like this. Hi, David. This is Paul, and I was calling about meeting you at that open house, and I was checking in to see, what plans you still had to move this year. Now I don't know how that's coming off on the computer, but when you do that over the phone, we've had a power hour before. Being in person is different than being over technology. False or true?
True.
Everybody do this. True.
True.
It's different. Okay. So David, you have to be a little bit more. Your inflection, how you pronunciate, whether it's volume or speed, or I call them sound slaps. You're slapping some of those words. Look, right on the scripts right here. Is it still showing?
Sir.
Okay,
yeah,
look.
I see a small part of it. Oh, never mind.
Okay, so some of these words are in bold italicized font because those are sound slaps on our team. The ... dots are little pauses on how we're slowing down with the delivery of what we're saying so that people can receive better what you're saying. You're just running right through and you're talking fast. And the whole reason I had pointed out to you guys that I was talking fast is because I want you to know I know exactly what I'm doing all the time when I'm communicating. And I want you to know that I just wasn't running to talk fast because I'm a fast talker, which I am. I wanted you guys that I know that and that you need to know that with who you're talking to, because sometimes you're talking too fast. Who does that? Sometimes you're talking too slow. Who does that?
Me.
Yeah, look, you're talking to somebody who talks slow and you talk fast. What do they think about you, Elam? What do you think they think about you?
They don't want to listen to you.
They think you're like a slick talking snake oil selling, right, David? Now you talk too slow and you talk to somebody who's talking fast. What do you think that person thinks, Diego?
You have no clue what you're talking about.
They think you're dumb.
Slow.
Yeah.
You talk slow and you talk to somebody who talks fast, they think you're an idiot. Okay, kind of not really, but kind of, yeah, right? They're like, oh my God, like, hurry up.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with this guy?
Yep.
Now, look, create carrying conversations, my ability to ask better questions, my ability to be more strategic. We were talking about when to use trial closes, my ability to have more awareness with my energy and my delivery, and where I can focus on being more intentional about my communication. Guys, these are all pieces of carrying conversations at a high level. So look, you can do one thing, just one thing. What's my job, Christian?
Get to know them.
Get to know them. David, not to get them to do anything. I don't give a shit about that. I don't care about trying to make them do anything, because I know that if I get to know them at a high level, Mauricio, situation. If I get to know them at a high level, these are minimums, motivation, then I'm going to find out I can help them. You know what? I can't help them. You know what? I don't want to help them. It's all in the playbook. It's all in the playbook. Okay. Email me, TheRealSalesTalk@gmail.com. There's no obligations. I don't want anything from you. Guys, I do this to sharpen my sword, and my team's involved on this call. So that I do it for the team, and I do it to help out the market center. That's it. No agenda. Okay. I love to coach. I love to train. Elam, you know that.
Yes, we beg you. I remember. We want you because it helps me personally to have or gain my confidence back, because I'm too shy to talk in front of people. Even right now in this small group, I'm not comfortable, but I'm trying.
And look, the number one attribute of a leader, which is what you are, because they need to follow you, buyer or seller, they need to follow you. Number one attribute. You remember, Dominic? We did this in Insane Productivity. I think we were talking about this. Number one thing I need. Elam just said it.
Confidence.
Confidence. Diego, if they don't believe in you and that you believe in you and that you believe you know where you're going, they are not going to follow. They're not. They're not. I've trained over and over and over again people in their early 20s to take $1 million listings. I've coached people to do 5 million, 10 million, 15 million, 20 million their first year. And you know what it starts with first? David, what I believe I'm doing. That confidence that this isn't about getting people to do things. This is about connecting with people. It's about relationships. Everybody says real estate's about relationships, but nobody's talking about how do I do that exactly, specifically. Connect with human beings. The conversation is the relationship. You guys have the opportunity to be confident today, to go connect with people. I want you to go bring some love out there, bring the light, ask good questions, connect with people, set some appointments. You guys have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Have a good
All right.
one, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Coach Pauly. It was great.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Send me the link, Chris.
So did.
Oh yeah, Pauly, could
Yes,
you
sir.
put that in the chat box? You were saying realsalestalk.com or at Gmail?
TheRealSalesTalk@gmail.com.
Okay, got
Yep.
it.
You got it. Thanks, buddy.